Hey there, folks. Stephen Colbert here, and let me tell you, Beijing is one wild ride. This city never sleeps. It's a whirlwind of activity, a symphony of honking horns, and a kaleidoscope of sights and sounds. Trust me, you won't find a dull moment in this metropolis. Imagine a place where ancient history collides with modern mayhem. That's Beijing in a nutshell. Skyscrapers reach for the heavens while ancient temples whisper tales of emperors and dynasties. Street vendors hawk their wares alongside designer boutiques. It's a sensory overload in the best possible way. So buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to dive headfirst into the heart of Beijing. Get ready to navigate crowded markets, marvel at architectural wonders, and sample culinary delights that will tantalize your taste buds. This is Beijing, baby. Calling all shopaholics, Beijing is a shopper's paradise. Whether you're hunting for souvenirs, high-tech gadgets, or traditional Chinese treasures, you'll find it all here. Just be prepared to haggle. It's an art form, really. For a taste of authentic China, head to the bustling markets. Silk Street Market is legendary for its knockoff designer goods and bargaining battles. Remember, folks, the first price is just the opening act. Then there's Panjiayuan Antique Market, a treasure trove of antiques, curios, and maybe even a Ming Dynasty vase, or a really good replica. But Beijing's shopping scene isn't all about haggling. The city boasts gleaming shopping malls stocked with the latest international brands. So, if you're craving a little retail therapy, Beijing has got you covered from high-end boutiques to bargain basement finds. Get ready to loosen your belts, folks, because Beijing is a culinary adventure waiting to happen. Of course, no trip to Beijing is complete without savoring the city's signature dish, Peking duck. That crispy golden brown skin, carved tableside, it's a thing of beauty. But don't stop there. Beijing's food scene is as diverse as its population. From spicy Sichuan noodles that will set your mouth on fire to delicate dim sum that's almost too pretty to eat, there's something to satisfy every craving. And don't even get me started on the street food. Skewered meats, savory pancakes, and dumplings galore, it's a culinary carnival out there. Just a word of advice, come hungry, my friends, because in Beijing, one stomach is simply not enough. Next up on our Beijing adventure, a trip back in time to the majestic Forbidden City. This sprawling palace complex was once the exclusive domain of emperors and their entourages. But don't worry, folks, these days you don't need an imperial decree to get in, just a ticket. As you wander through the Forbidden City's grand halls, courtyards, and gardens, you can almost hear the whispers of emperors past. It's a fascinating glimpse into China's imperial history, even if you can't tell your Ming Dynasty from your Qing Dynasty. Don't worry, I can't either. Just be prepared for crowds, folks. It seems like everyone wants a selfie with the emperor's throne. But trust me, it's worth braving the hordes for a glimpse of this architectural marvel. Section 5, Temple Hopping and Karma Shopping, a spiritual spree. Feeling a little spiritually drained after all that shopping and sightseeing? It's easy to feel overwhelmed in a bustling city like Beijing. Fear not, Beijing has got your karma covered. The city offers a sanctuary for the soul amidst its urban chaos. The city is home to a plethora of temples, each with its own unique charm and atmosphere. From ancient structures to modern sanctuaries, there's something for everyone. There's the Temple of Heaven, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a masterpiece of Ming Dynasty architecture. This temple is not just a feast for the eyes, but also a spiritual haven. Legend has it that if you whisper your wish into the echo wall, it will be granted. Worth a shot, right? Imagine your deepest desires echoing through time and space. Then there's the Lama Temple, a vibrant Tibetan Buddhist temple where you can spin prayer wheels and soak up the serene atmosphere. The air is thick with the scent of incense and the sound of chanting monks. And of course, no temple visit is complete without a little karma shopping. It's a unique way to take a piece of the spiritual experience home with you. From incense and prayer beads to lucky charms and miniature Buddhas, you'll find the perfect souvenir to bring you peace and prosperity. These items are not just trinkets. They carry the essence of the temple's spiritual energy, or at least a cool fridge magnet. Even the smallest memento can serve as a daily reminder of your spiritual journey in Beijing. Section 6, the Great Wall, hiking with history and tourists. No trip to Beijing is complete without a pilgrimage to the Great Wall of China. one of the most iconic structures in human history. This awe-inspiring feat of engineering snakes its way across mountains and deserts for thousands of miles. Now, I'm not gonna lie, folks, hiking the Great Wall is not for the faint of heart. It's steep, it's strenuous, and it's crowded. But the views from the top are truly breathtaking, and you can't help but feel a sense of awe at the sheer scale and ambition of this ancient wonder. Just be sure to wear comfortable shoes, pack plenty of water, and maybe bring a selfie stick for those epic Instagram shots. And hey, if all else fails, you can always ride the cable car. Section 7, Parks, Pandas, and Propaganda, something for everyone. Beyond the temples and tourist traps, Beijing offers a surprising array of parks and green spaces where you can escape the urban jungle. These parks provide a serene retreat from the bustling city life, allowing you to unwind and reconnect with nature. For a dose of nature and a chance to mingle with the locals, head to Beihai Park, a sprawling imperial garden with a lake, temples, and even a small amusement park. This park is a perfect spot for a leisurely boat ride or a peaceful stroll amidst historical architecture and lush greenery. And speaking of parks, no trip to Beijing is complete without a visit to the Beijing Zoo, home to China's most famous residents, the giant pandas. These charming animals are a must-see for any visitor. These adorable creatures are sure to melt your heart, even if they are a little lazy. Watching them munch on bamboo or playfully interact with each other is a delightful experience. Just try to catch them when they're not napping. Their relaxed lifestyle is part of their charm. And for a glimpse into China's political heart, take a stroll through Tiananmen Square, the largest public square in the world. This iconic location is steeped in history and offers a profound insight into China's past and present. It's a place of historical significance and a potent symbol of China's communist regime. The square is surrounded by monumental buildings and is a site of many important events in Chinese history. Just don't expect to see any tanks. Instead, you'll find a peaceful atmosphere where tourists and locals alike come to reflect and take in the grandeur of the space. Section 8. The language barrier, lost in translation, and loving it. Now, let's talk about the language barrier, folks. Let's just say that Mandarin Chinese is not exactly a walk in the park for US English speakers. But hey, that's all part of the adventure, right? From trying to order food with a phrase book to deciphering street signs that look like abstract art, communicating in Beijing can be a hilarious and humbling experience. But don't worry, the locals are usually patient and helpful, even if they do chuckle at your attempts to speak their language. Just remember, a smile and a sense of humor go a long way. And hey, if all else fails, there's always Google Translate. Section 9, Beijing by night, neon lights and dumpling delights. As the sun sets over Beijing, the city transforms into a dazzling spectacle of neon lights, bustling night markets, and culinary delights. Forget Times Square, folks. Beijing is where the real party's at. For a taste of Beijing's nightlife, head to the Huhai area, a lively district surrounding a lake. Here you'll find bars, clubs, restaurants, and street performers, all vying for your attention. Or for a more laid-back evening, grab a seat at a street-side stall and feast on delicious dumplings, skewers, and other local delicacies. And if you're feeling adventurous, why not catch a performance of the Peking Opera? It's a unique and unforgettable experience, even if you don't understand a word of it. Section 10. The People's City, a collision of past and present. What truly makes Beijing special is its people. From the street vendors hawking their wares to the elderly couples practicing Tai Chi in the park, the people of Beijing are as diverse and dynamic as the city itself. You'll encounter a fascinating mix of old and new, tradition and modernity. Grandparents in Mao suits stroll alongside teenagers sporting the latest fashions. Ancient temples stand in the shadows of towering skyscrapers. It's a city in constant flux, where the past and present collide in a vibrant tapestry of humanity. So embrace the chaos, folks, and get ready to experience the energy, the warmth, and the occasional head-scratching confusion of this incredible city. Section 11, Beijing, a must-see on your global bucket list. So, there you have it, folks. Beijing, a city that is a must-see on your global bucket list. My whirlwind tour of Beijing, the city that never sleeps, the metropolis that's both ancient and modern, chaotic and captivating. It's a place where history and modernity coexist in the most fascinating ways. From its iconic landmarks like the Great Wall and the Forbidden City to its hidden alleyways and traditional hutongs, Beijing is a city that will stay with you long after you've left its bustling streets. Every corner has a story to tell. So, what are you waiting for? The adventure of a lifetime is just a flight away. Book that ticket, brush up on your Mandarin, or at least download a translation app, and get ready for the adventure of a lifetime. The food, the culture, the people, everything about Beijing is an experience you won't forget. Trust me, Beijing is a city that will surprise you, challenge you, and leave you wanting more. Its vibrant culture and rich history are just the beginning. And hey, if you happen to bump into a tall, handsome American with a terrible grasp of Mandarin, be sure to say hi. It's all part of the adventure. That's just me trying to order another plate of dumplings. The food here is simply irresistible. This is Stephen Colbert signing off from Beijing. Until next time, keep exploring and keep adding to that bucket list.